Yeah, hi, it's the 1st of March 2018, around about 6:30 p.m. To begin, I'm a mgtow that's going my own way as opposed to mgtow that are going all together as a group. I'm a renegade, if you like, a bad boy mgtow. I'm having a beer tonight. I sometimes wonder, what's happening here is amazing me. If you've been following the channel at all, I've been talking about synergy and about people putting in, a couple putting in energy into a relationship. What I've been suggesting is that I think what's been happening is it's like an ATM that we just take, women particularly, and probably men too to some extent, but women in particular, it's like an ATM. They just make a withdrawal from your energy continually. There's never seems to be any input. It's all withdrawal, no deposits. And I've been, I sometimes wonder whether I to believe myself or not. I'm kind of making this up as I go. And to make it a real practical situation, I dragged AB in here. AB's a girl, if you're unaware of that, and I've been friends with A. She's Filipino, poor woman from Filipino, and often asks me for money. And so, just the other day, she asked me for money again, and I said, "Look at my face, AB. You're just draining the energy out of me. Okay, you're just draining the energy. It's boring. There's nothing in it for me. Yep, I understand you're poor. I understand all of that. Yep." No drama, yep, and I probably should help you, and everybody should help you, yep. I don't have a problem understanding that. The problem is it doesn't work that way, okay? We need to get something out of it, and right now what's happening is men aren't getting anything out of their relationships with women. So I made her actually put in energy. I made her write. I made her write more than she normally does. It's usually just a few sentences. No, I pushed her. It just about killed me. But the amazing thing was, stuff came out of it, and I could look at what she really felt. And what the first thing was she was saying is, "Look, I can't force you. I can't force you to give me money." I thought, oh, so that's the way Filipinos think. If they're married, okay, then the guy has to give them money. There's no choice anymore. He just has to do it. Oh, that's interesting. I suppose it's not really stated that way in the West, but it could be the same thing. But it seems to be more the psyche of the Filipinos. I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then she went on to explain that no, she's a good woman and she won't waste the money that's given to her. And she has to pay rent, food, and all that sort of thing. And then actually cited an example that people gamble. Waste their money gambling. Why don't they give the money to her? That's the way she sees it, rightly or wrongly or anything else. Now this is what Captain Bob was saying, was a fixed mindset, okay, as opposed to a growth mindset. And we've discussed a lot of things on the channel in bits and pieces, and that came out. He made it very clear. Got a fixed versus growth mindset. Well, AB's mindset is fixed, totally fixed. Okay, she's been that way for a long time, ever since I've known her. That's it. That's the way it is. And I don't know how I did it, but I thought, well, if you're going to force me, I'll force you. I'll force you. I'm saying, no, I will not give you money. And I wrote out a very long description of what I would prefer. And that was, my idea was, I will buy you beer making equipment, a beer making kit. All right, you make your own beer, and then have a glass about that size, and that much of it is your cost. 10 cents is your cost. All right, the rest is I'll pay you $1, $1 a beer. All right, I'll give you $1, to have a beer with me. So when I sit here of an afternoon and I want some company to have a beer with. I'll say, you want a beer, AB? She says, yep. Okay, so you get your bottle, fill up your glass, and you sit there and you drink. And if I want you to stick around, then I have to buy you another beer. Otherwise, you go, click, bye-bye. Now, that's a fair deal. But the truth of the matter is, I'm giving her what she wants, the money she wants, in little bits and pieces, the same way as I feed magpies, little bits and pieces. Okay? So she's feeding me, and I'm feeding her in little bits of pieces. All right? So, if I wanted to stick around for an hour, well, it's going to take her an hour to drink 5 beers. She'll make $5. Pretty good money there. Okay? For drinking beer and just chatting. On cam, just like that. Yeah, yep. And then she wrote back and she said, "Oh, gee, that sounds like a good idea. So you're going to help me and I get to have beers and fun?" I said, "Yeah, AB, yeah." "Oh, yeah, I'll do that." "Oh, yeah, that sounds good." I said, "AB, I've been trying to explain that concept to you for 2 years. How come you suddenly got it?" And that's what it was like. But I think what happened is I smashed with great effort, and I've got to go back a couple of videos, you'll see the pain on my face. I smashed her fixed mindset. And what's come out of it, woohoo, is a growth mindset. And in a day and a half, we've gone from, just give me money to, maybe we could get 5 people in her tiny house service if I can get other customers for her from Australia. We could, I've got a little business going there. Hey, she's thinking now. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah. I don't mind. I'll send her a beer making equipment. Yep. The other ladies can come in. Yep. They can, they can have 5 different customers. She said, "Oh, yeah." And we soon got to talking about the mansion that Kurt talked about. She said, "Oh, yeah, we could have 50 girls." Because there are just so many of them there. Very densely packed, and they're all living very close together. So no problems. And today, with that sort of positive attitude, I'll input some energy into that idea. That sounds good. That was all I needed. The synergy between us just exploded. It was just, I could just feel it. So I went shopping, and I bought her the glass. I found a glass. I bought 10 of them actually, 20 cents each. But I could have bought her 1 glass, 10, and a jug to decant the beer into, a jug for $1. So for $1.20, and I felt great. I defy you to get any value out of $1.20. I bet you can't. But when it's set on personal synergy like that, it's great. I was so excited. I even went to look at a pizza oven for her because she was talking about having beer and pizza. I thought, ooh. You could make, with flour and a couple of ingredients, you could make good money out of the pizzas you make as well. So, you could have beer and pizza with different guys. A lot of guys on their own who just, $1 a beer, maybe a bit more, maybe $1.20 or something. Okay, they have a few beers with her, and they've got a bit of company, a bit of fun, so rather than just sitting there by themselves with the TV, or, having to, get somebody, because they don't want a full relationship and they don't want sex, so they just want something in between, want a bit of company. So AB can sit in the Philippines on cam with her beer that she made herself, put in a bit of effort, not a lot of effort to make it. Yep, cost her 10 cents, she gets 90 cents and has a good time, gets a little bit pissed. I just think that, but that's, if you can do that, I don't know how you do that with a Western woman, and you're all upset because you're saying, oh, how bad feminism is. Actually, if you think about it, the more the feminists take control of it, the more fixed mindset it becomes. They're actually worse off for the women. Whereas, say, AB, I reckon if this takes, now that I've cracked her side of things, if I can crack the fixed mindset of the Australian market who can't understand how you can have a beer on cam. But if I can crack that and bring her customers, she's going to be very well off in Filipino terms within a year. She'll go from being a very, very poor woman to, oh my God, there's Marilyn. How did she do that? Because really it doesn't take much money to be wealthy there. But the whole point is, but the that just, it was like cracking of, just exploded. As she moved from fixed mindset to growth mindset. And the Filipinos are all the same, very fixed. Yep, that's the way it is. But they don't think, but there's no stepping outside them. But then it was just, with today, I could feel it was like, oh, you mean, and the girl, my neighbours and friends, they could earn money just by having drinks with men. She said they love alcohol, and if they could earn money, they won't believe me. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's just, look at those little glasses. 5 of those, $5. That's a bottle of beer, actually. And so she's paying 50 cents for a bottle of beer and selling it for $6. But it looks cheap, doesn't it? Because it's broken up the way it is. But I was hoping to record the whole thing in comments so you could follow, but AB talks to me a lot in email, so yeah, the conversation, I can't disclose all the conversation, but you can just feel it. It's just almost overnight she's suddenly talking so much more, and just blah 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 blah, and this and that and something else. And it's really quite exciting, very exciting for me. But yeah, I had to force her. I don't think you can do it for Western women. Unfortunately, they've actually locked up the game and think they're doing something wonderful. I think they're actually killing themselves. It won't be obvious for a while, but you watch, if you follow the channel, and I'll keep you abreast of it. Yeah, I'd say, if I can crack this market, AB will organise the women there very well, and she'll make good money out of it. For them, yeah. Rather than, being the poor woman, even if she just makes, $10 a day, a couple of drinking sessions, that's good money there. I don't think she'll get that many, but if she can get $50 or $60 a week, that's good money. Yeah, very good money there. Particularly when it's just sitting at home and all she has to do is make the beer and maybe the pizza. I mean, it's not unenjoyable work. It's not hard work. It's not like she has to go and deal with people and put up with a boss or anything else like that. No, it's quite good. And then she just talks, and she likes dealing with older guys, talking to older guys. So it's she's a nice laid-back personality. So she's got a lot going for her. But that's the whole point. So I hope you can gain something from that. I don't know what that is, but I know for me, and I'm trying to explain that if you can go from this financialised synergy that we're all, I think, been conned to believing, that the only way you can get group energy is through financial strength. No, personal strength is also good, and the thing is that with personal synergy, when you're getting personal power, a little purchase of $1 of 20 cents plus $1 is suddenly magnified. It's worth a heap more. But if the other with what's happening in the general economy, you've all heard that they have to pour $10 worth of debt into the economy to get 50 cents of growth. We just have to pour so much in. Same as relationships, you have to pour so much in to get so little out. Whereas with personal synergy, it seems $1.20. And I was, yes, this is great. $1.20. When was the last time you spent $1.20 and felt great about it? Like really on top of the world. And I just thought this is tremendous. But that's the difference between, and I think there's something in it. And we're all looking for financial synergy or some other sort of synergy, not the personal synergy that a couple can get between them. So look, if you can possibly just forget the past and start and in your future dealings start thinking about how does she put energy into this, or is it just going to end up being another ATM? Like, because the way it was with AB, it was another ATM, and I didn't want it. In fact, I saw a Filipino chick on in the room last night. I went in for a while, pretty girl. I think she started flirting with me, and she with the hair and that sort of thing. And I just ignored it. I just thought, hun, forget it. I didn't even talk to her. I said hi to her. I said, don't even think about it, because I'm just not interested. I don't care how pretty you are. You can get naked in front of me. Oh, well, I'll probably just turn off your cam. After the last few days and thinking about it, no, I know what you're on about. You just want money. You just want my energy, strength. Take my resources. Fuck it, I couldn't give a lot. No, I want what AB has done for me, because that really gives me a lift. That really helps me punch through. And made it a very happy day for $1.20, for God's sake. That's just it's on a platform of personal synergy. $1 makes all the difference. I bought them second hand in case you're not aware. I buy new ones. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, enough of that. And Red Pill, my new subscriber. Yeah, that's Tasmania. All right. I've never been there, but I thought I'd put that up for you. Okay. Well, it's good talking. I'll talk to you later. Bye.